One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Democracy is a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder, and dispensing a sort of equality to equals and unequals alike. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. There will be no end to the troubles of states, or of humanity itself, till philosophers become kings in this world, or till those we now call kings and rulers really and truly become philosophers, and political power and philosophy thus come into the same hands. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself, and not upon other men, has adopted the very best plan for living happily. This is the man of moderation, the man of manly character and of wisdom. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. All men are by nature equal, made all of the same earth by one workman, and however we deceive ourselves, as dear unto God is the poor peasant as the mighty prince. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another. To prefer evil to good is not in human nature, and when a man is compelled to choose one of two evils, no one will choose the greater when he might have the less. The excessive increase of anything causes a reaction in the opposite direction. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. And what, Socrates, is the food of the soul? Surely, I said, knowledge is the food of the soul. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears he is a protector. He who is of calm and happy nature will hardly feel the pressure of age, but to him who is of an opposite disposition youth and age are equally a burden. Ignorance of all things is an evil neither terrible nor excessive, nor yet the greatest of all, but great cleverness and much learning, if they be accompanied by a bad training, are a much greater misfortune. Love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. Excess of liberty, whether it lies in state or individuals, seems only to pass into excess of slavery. When there is an income tax, the just man will pay more and the unjust less on the same amount of income. The rulers of the state are the only persons who ought to have the privilege of lying, either at home or abroad. They may be allowed to lie for the good of the state. To love rightly is to love what is orderly and beautiful in an educated and disciplined way. Nothing can be more absurd than the practice that prevails in our country of men and women not following the same pursuits with all their strengths and with one mind, for thus, the state instead of being whole is reduced to half.